A 100k funded account can completely change your life, and you can take it from me. I've made over $1 million in trading. I've received over 200 payouts, and it all started with one 100k funded account. And maybe you just received your first 100k account, or you might not even be there yet, but don't worry, because by the end of this video, you will know the 5 principles that will completely change the way that you look at funded accounts. Starting off with number 1, which is what I call the reality shift. The truth is that as traders and as humans, we're very prone to comparing ourselves to other traders. And that is why prop firms instill leaderboards. That's why prop firms share massive payouts, is because they know that traders like us are going to look at that and say, I want that. And then we're going to risk more. And then we're going to risk more. And then we're going to risk more. And then we are going to lose our account. And the reality shift was what made me the most amount of money through prop firms. It's when I stopped thinking about I need to get a big payout. It's when I stopped thinking about I need to become a millionaire from trading. And I just started thinking in my reality, in understanding $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 in one payout is already amazing. I don't need to aim for a leaderboard. I don't need to aim for the biggest payout. I just need to aim for consistent payouts over and over again. It's when I stopped thinking I need to become a millionaire and I started thinking I need to replace my income. Because here's the truth, while I was seeing these traders getting $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 worth of payouts, my expenses every single month were at about $1,000, which means that by just making 1% on one account in 1 month, I would already be replacing all of my expenses. And once I started noticing that, I was like, oh my God, I don't need much more than a 100k funded account to change my life. And this took me to principle number 2. Because you see, for a long time, I would have a couple of profitable trades. I have $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on my funded account, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I can finally hit that leaderboard. I can finally get that $10,000 payout. And then I would just lose it all. And you probably already had this too, where you had profits that you knew you could lock in on your funded account, yet you decided to keep going. And then one loss led to another, and another, and another. And now you just want to make those profits back, and then you would take the payout. But the negative spiral has already started, and then you blow your account. I know because I've been there. And this is where principle number 2, lock in the payout, has come in. The last time I got a 100k account, I got funded with FundedNext, and just within 2 days, I had $2,000 in payout locked in, and I just took it. It doesn't matter, just lock in that payout. This is something that took me years to figure out. It took me 3 years to even become a profitable trader. But yet once I had that reality shift and I started locking in those payouts, this is when my life actually changed. Not when I made $30,000, not when I made $20,000, $15,000 in one payout. Is when I started locking in consistently those $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. And yes, I know $1,000 is very likely not going to change your life. $1,000 payout is probably not even worthy of the title that I just gave to this video. But the truth is that $1,000 is the start of what I call the snowball effect. And that is principle number 3. The snowball effect is what is going to make you a lot of money from prop firms. And that is how a $100,000 funded account can change your life. Because obviously, we're not going to just keep a $100,000 funded account. That's not even safe, because once you blow it, you lose all of the potential of you making money. And this is how we then start scaling, therefore the snowball effect. So what you are going to do, and what I recommend you doing, is that after you get the payout, you pay your taxes. You already put the money aside for taxes, right? And then what you're going to do is going to split the payout in 2. 50% of that remaining payout after the taxes is going to be for you, not for trading. It's going to be for you. And then the other 50% is going to be in order to scale your account. So let's do some quick math. Let's say you have a $100,000 account, you pay 30% in taxes, and you make 20%. You just made $2,000. You take the 30%, now that is $1,400. So right now you are able to get $700 for you and $700 to put into another account. And $700 already pays for a bunch of 100k funded accounts. So all of the sudden you are able to already scale at least 2 times what you already have. And this is where everything starts to snowball. Obviously, a 100k account is never going to keep you sustained for the rest of your life, but that is why you need the snowball effect. You need to consistently be able to reinvest into your trading and also enjoy the fruits of your labor. And I'm going to give you this one tip that I believe is very, very important. Every single time that you get the payout, you put that money aside for taxes, always. But then I also want you to grab 10% of that and I want you to just spend it on something. I don't care what it is. I want you to go out of your house, of your office, of your charts, and I want you to grab 10% of that, have it in cash if needed, and go to a store and buy something you want. And why is this? It's because when it's just numbers on the screen, it doesn't feel like anything. Right now, I'm running $4,200 on a NASDAQ trade. And I don't know what $4,200 are. Why? Because it's like a game. It's on our phone. It doesn't matter. How many of you have probably run through $5,000 of the daily drawdown that you have available and you think, $5,000? Wow, that is a lot. But it only becomes real once it is in your bank account. And besides that, it only becomes real when you understand that you can buy things with the amount of money that you are running on your phone. And so therefore, the way you're going to scale this is every single time you get the payout, you put money aside for taxes. Then out of that money, you do a 50-50 split. 50 is for you, 50 is for scaling. And that is how a $100,000 can absolutely change your life. But there's one thing that is very, very important, which is now that you have the $100,000 funded account, the last thing that I want to happen is that you are going to lose it. And this is why I recommend you implementing a risk protocol. And the risk protocol that I recommend on a $100,000 funded account is that you never risk more than $500, which is 0.5% of the account. Or if you have 10% of drawdown, that means 5% of the total drawdown that you have available. And why 0.5%? Because I want to talk to the person that is watching this video right now. And let me ask you this one thing. If you are able to make $500 on every single trade that you take, wouldn't that already improve your life? Wouldn't that already add a second stream of income? Wouldn't that already allow you to go to the restaurant and maybe not look at the bill? Go grocery shopping and also not look at the bill and get the best piece of meat that you want. Give it to your children or just buy that piece of tech that you've always wanted. Just with $500 risk, you can already unlock an amazing life. And obviously we all want more and we are going for more. But I want this reality shift to also happen. And that's why I'm saying that the risk protocol is important, because I want you to get funded and stay funded. That is why I would recommend you risking about 0.5% of the balance of your account. And if you want a full video going deep on risk management, then I have a whole one for you at the end of this video. And the last principle that I want to talk about, I believe was the principle that helped the most amount of traders that I know until now. And that is proof of concept. We became traders for one main reason, which is we want to make money. And it doesn't matter if you have a 10K, 50K, 100K account. Any sort of money that you can get out of that funded account is proof of concept that trading works. It's proof of concept that what you're doing works. It's proof of concept that all of the hard work that you've put in is paying off. And that is why it doesn't matter if the payout is $50 or $10,000. The payout is worth it. No payout is a small payout. That is something that I live by. No payout is a small payout. And so I want you to change your mind from I want to become a millionaire into I just want to replace my income first. I want to build another stream of income, which is going to make you start locking in those payouts instead of giving all of your profits back. Instead of looking at the numbers on the screen right now, it's at $4,300 and thinking, no, I can make more. Because that's how you're gonna scale, with solid risk management by following the risk protocol, which will then give you proof of concept. And this is how a 100K funded account can completely change your life. If you want full guidance on what I'm looking for every single day in the markets, and you want to ask me whatever questions you want on a Discord that I'm always available, then check out my one-on-one mentorship down in the description. And if you want to check out the risk management video, then it's this one right here, and the best prop firm funded next is right here. Use code Kimmel for the best discount code always.